The summer's on, and I've been living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. Been waiting all year to be here, to ride the wave of the water frontier. The ocean's warm and the tunes are chill. We'll stand here till we get our fill. We're working hard and we're playing hard too. We're gonna do what we gotta do. Time to go big or go home. And I ain't going home, 'cause summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. 'Cause summer's on, the ocean's underneath my feet. And if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Everything we've ever wanted's right here. Don't wanna blink just to fight the fear that our time will pass way too fast. And I'll be dreaming of the beach another year. We're gonna have the time of our lives, days and nights with the sun in our eyes, and a wild tide under bluest skies, tearing up the shoreline. 'Cause summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. 'Cause summer's on, the ocean's underneath my feet. And if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day. We're gonna ride the The summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. The summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. 'Cause summer's on, the ocean's underneath my feet. And if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us again for another episode of Sand and Shadow. We are on episode 15. Now, before I continue, let me unmute myself on my Discord here so that way we can get ourselves introduced for the rest of the people. I apologize for the long wait. My shoulder is killing me and I had to take some pain meds, but let's get right into it. So, starting things off, what's up, Seeks? How's it going? So, starting things off, let's start with the lovely Not Mafia.
Hello, I'm not Mafia. I play Violet and I have allergies today, so I sound a little bit dead.
Which
Just
is
like Violet.
on brand. Following suit, we have the lovely Wailing Frog.
I am Wailing Frog. I am also under the weather with an ear infection. We're all suffering here today.
hmm Somebody who I know is not suffering right now is the lovely Miss Lumi.
Hello, everyone. My name's Lumi, and I play Visper. And I am stuck in the TurboTax loop on Twitch.
I
It's a long story.
okay. That's that's good to note. Very confused I am as the DM. This was not expected. But of course, we can't forget my boy. This is Rune Phantom.
Hey, what up? It's Rune Phantom. I play Squarb Featherfowl, the glorious fighter who just about got into a tussle with a royal guard of the Spring Court last week, so he's still kind of reeling from that.
As I'm sure everyone can imagine. So yeah, we'll start right into the into the what's it called, the you could tell where my brain's at. The recap. That's the
Session.
word I was looking for.
Oh,
Right into the recap. So yeah, you guys had encountered Dame Ordella, the Knight Commander of the Court of Summer or the Court of Spring within the Feywild, and also the person who was sent out to look for her princess, who turned out to be Visper. You guys were kind of taken for a ride. We'll talk, but mostly the goblins were taken for a ride. They clearly were not meant to be here longer than what it was intended, as you can tell by the fact that they were huffing and puffing every which way, while the rest of you were just like, well, this was fun. But
yeah.
also, um, you guys were you had a near altercation with Dame Mordella, who at the end of it was convinced to allow Visper 1 week's time left on the material plane before she came back to bring her back home. You had learned through various different forms of information from the various goblins that what Visper had told you about her story wasn't in its entirety. You had learned that though she would be you had learned that though she would be getting married, it wouldn't be for the next 100 years in which she would be married, and that she was in the midst of completing her training as a lady in waiting. So with that in mind, you guys have a week with Visper. What do you guys do with that time? But we're going to start things off right where we left off in the alleyway after Dame Mordella and the Goblin Squad kind of went away.
Right as Squarb is still shouting at Visper, okay.
Correct. Right after Squarb had his yelling match. Yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
okay.
you see Melly kind of deflates back into her human form. It only lasts for a minute. Should have ended with that last session, but
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. So, Visper, you're a fairy princess who's supposed to get married off in 100 years, and you don't want to. Is that about right?
Yes, that is. I I I really don't want to be honest. I just want to go out and explore the world.
I am absolutely one for personal liberty and just getting to do life your way. Is there a way that you can get out of this without us getting into an altercation with your family?
I say, yeah. I say there's a way.
Okay. I will happily follow your lead on this because you're going to understand this way better than I ever will. So, what's the plan?
Uh, the thing is, I don't really have a plan.
I was gonna say,
Oh dear.
you feel the voice of God speak to you, Squirb. You're going to let the girl who ran away from home with a half-assed plan come up with a plan.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think Visper's the one to come up with a plan here.
You shouldn't
Well,
trust
you're
me.
right.
Wait, you should definitely trust me with a plan.
Well, you're right. I wanted to see if she had anything resembling one. So, we've got a week to figure out how to keep you here.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe talking that could work.
I don't think that'll work based on her demeanor and everything that happened.
Yeah. A little worried about that myself.
Wait, I think I might actually have a plan.
I'm open to suggestions.
Okay, this might sound a little weird, a little crazy, but why don't y'all come with me?
Just into the Feywilds?
Yes.
Now,
I mean,
Okay,
dang.
I've known
I do
you
have
for
a-
about 20 minutes now.
yeah, and I do have a life still
Yeah.
outside here.
This is the-
I'm
we can't-
I'm not saying forever.
But a minute in the Feywilds is how long here?
Oh gosh.
Visper, roll a survival check.
All right. Where would
Judging
that
from
be under
the
skill?
goblins, they said they've been here for a couple months and it's been like 5 years, right?
Yeah.
So
And then
time
I
moves
got a
slower
Visper,
in the
and then
Feywilds.
both Violet and Millie roll retroactive insight checks.
Okay.
I got a 14 for survival.
Or
Hey, unnatural 20.
Okay, cool. A 14 for survival. Visper, because you've only ever lived in the Feywild and then you came here only a few months ago, your interpretation of time is about how well my interpretation of time is in my state, where time is irrelevant because we don't believe in daylight savings. So for you, time is a straight line and there is no circular path. It just happens to have a face in the shape of a circle. For who had the unnatural 20?
Me.
You okay, so Millie, as far as you can tell, those goblins don't have good timekeeping skills either. So what they say is somewhere in the ballpark of 5 years could very well be true, but could also very well just be them throwing in a bullshit number. Because
see.
they've been out here and they don't want to be here any longer than they have to.
I see. So we really have no idea of knowing. But we do know that Fey Realm time is stretched longer compared to our time.
yeah,
At the very least.
I think, right?
I think that's
Judging
about as
from-
much as we have.
Judging from the goblins, assuming that they aren't like lying or being idiots, that would mean that if we spend a lot of time in the Feywild, it's gonna amount to not much time here.
Right.
I must have misunderstood then, because it sounded like the opposite to me.
I don't think so, because I'm
No,
pretty sure the
I may very well
goblins-
be misinterpreting as well.
I'm pretty sure the goblins said they've been here for a couple months and it's been like 5 years,
In the Feywild.
which would mean it's long. It takes a long time is slower here.
Okay.
Wait, yeah.
Oh no. Well, my plan's out the sunroof.
Is
I
it?
have I
I
mean,
mean, it'd be
I
okay. I
don't know
mean,
what. I, I mean, if y'all want to come along, that'll be great. I can show y'all around, but also try to figure out a way to like
How
probably
did you
stay
get
back.
out?
Oh,
We would
how
we
I got?
would have like a way out, right?
Yeah, we do.
okay, it's not like we're
It's not like a
accepting
one-way trip.
this. Yeah, we're accepting this, and then we're trapped there forever.
No,
Yeah.
y'all wouldn't be trapped forever. Like, what is it? The way I escaped was that what is it? Our family has like this hidden library and whatnot, and all the way in the back far corner of the library, there's a way to leave.
It's gonna
Where-
Just, like,
secret
unguarded?
It's gonna write down secret
I
portal in
mean-
hidden library compartment.
Yeah,
I have to remember.
I
that
mean,
page.
it was
They didn't.
it's sometimes guarded, though. I escaped mid dinner. Yeah, it was this dinner party and I escaped. Then I made my move. So no one was guarding it then.
My only
Right.
worry about going with you is the tasks that I have on hand here, because I have a missing person I need to locate, among other things.
Yeah,
I don't,
same.
I don't really.
I mean, I don't really have any ties, but it's just me. Oh, by the way, Birdman, nice to meet you. I'm do I use my proper name or my nickname? Millennia. Hello?
Also, sorry for the background noise. Someone's out there with their motorcycle.
Jeez.
Rune Phantom, you good over there?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
The internet? Does the internet crash?
Discord is being funky monkey.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Ruh-roh.
you gotta love when you
Ruh-roh,
gotta love when
Raggy.
technology likes to mess with you. Let me see.
Alas, I am still stuck in the TurboTax loop.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing? Now I'm curious. What is going on?
Trying
Are you
to
trying do
connect to the
taxes?
stream on the Switch, but the Switch is only showing a TurboTax ad instead
Yeah.
of the stream.
I see.
Yeah,
Oh, uh-oh.
it crashes every time the ad ends. I watched it like so many times now.
Fascinating. Alrighty. Well, while Rune's getting set up, what will the three of you like to do? And then we can, retroactively have the introductions
Okay.
made later.
Yeah.
For now,
So
maybe
Visper,
back
do you
to...
know if I will be I guess just like not instantly explode in the Feywild? I don't know. Being undead is a little weird, and sometimes that
Wait,
might
you're undead?
happen. Oh, yeah. I don't have flesh on some parts of my body.
That's why you didn't have a smell.
I don't have a smell.
Weird. You guys are
Right.
weird. I like you.
I am completely nose blind. I do not have a nose.
I see.
Make friends.
Oh yeah, you have no
smell.
scent whatsoever.
But yeah, I think you should be fine. Yeah, you should.
I don't know. It's just
Hopefully.
whole necromancy's kind of like shadow magic stuff.
That whole
Which feels like-
antithesis to the sound to the magic of life.
Yeah. Which just feels like I might the realm itself might be a little hostile to me.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
You're
Welcome
good.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Weird time for that to happen, to be honest.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that was. Basically, it amounted to, for now, I'm on the Help Visper train. I just don't wish to lose out on my other investigations.
Right. Well, you have been well, you were just given an introduction to Millennia. How was Scorp like to respond?
I actually didn't hear the introduction. Would y'all mind?
Yeah, I can do that. Hey, Birdman, I don't think we've been introduced. I am Millennia. You can call me Melly.
You were the one attempting to keep Visper safe, yes?
Before I knew I probably wasn't going to be paid for this, yes.
Oh right, you need to be. How much were you expecting to be paid?
We honestly didn't discuss any of that, and I just kind of did into this half brain, so
Great.
that's kind of on me.
A half-brain client. and a
Here,
half-
I'll hand over all of my silver that I don't want on me,
How
which
much
amounts
silver
to
is that?
124 silver.
I mean, 20 minutes of work, 24 silver, not bad.
Hey, you know what? That's pretty solid for less than an hour's worth of work.
Yep.
Right?
Most people don't get paid that in a week.
Gladly add that.
How much did I say?
24 silver.
24?
24 silver.
24 silver. Yeah, cool.
So, at that point, Squarb will look Melly up and down, nod. Squarb Featherfowl, of the Scout Odin. We're kind of in the middle of a thing. I'm uncertain how much I'm actually authorized to tell you, unless we actually pull you into the investigation. It's something I'll have to bring up with my commanding officer later. In any case,
We have this Air Genasi that kidnapped a bunch of kids, then broke them out, then and now we're looking for him.
Squarb just kind
Okay.
of gives Violet a look.
What?
Interesting.
I
And
don't want to
then-
get anybody else involved unless we absolutely have to. Is all. You know what happened. You know.
And then you had a friend get teleported away. Is that related to that, or
Yes.
Kind
we
of.
think.
Maybe. That
I
was
mean,
sort of
if-
another like high emergency situation that happened as we were doing that. I don't remember the full series of events that happened, but it was complex and intricate.
I mean, if you guys do need help with this, I don't mind helping. And honestly, I'm kind of looking in the realms for work, so having it in with the Scaraldine would be awesome.
I see no reason not to allow you to tag along for now. I would like to warn you that this is a very dangerous mission that we're on, and I just don't want to see anybody else get hurt.
You seem Belly have the biggest grin on her face as soon as you said dangerous.
Fair enough.
Like, it's a bit unsettling.
Well, if you're certain you can handle yourself, then I suppose we'll leave it at that.
Wonderful.
Yippee!
Yippee!
So,
I
should we go
take
back to
my
Meow's Nook and
Pouch of petals and I throw it in the air, but catch it and put it back in my bag.
we've gotta stop doing
Reusable.
that?
No, they're reusable now.
Oh.
Yeah. See, I'm slowly learning.
Listen, reduce, reuse, recycle. Climate is a real problem.
Listen, we're environmentally friendly in this campaign.
We absolutely are.
We're
Yep.
an environmentally friendly group. Hey guys, clean up your
Yeah,
trash.
especially
Right.
because it is pre-industrial revolution.
I could technically recycle bodies.
I think Violet does that too.
Yeah. Oh no, I reuse bodies.
Carrying on.
All right.
You know, when I created the whole like, oh yeah, no, undead labor force is really great for the economy. Not once did I think about the whole reduce, reuse, recycle economics of that. But hey, bio waste is
It's
bio waste,
efficient.
so
Shall we head back to Nail's Nook and kind of recuperate?
That
Sure.
sounds like a plan.
Alright.
Yeah.
okay.
I have
So-
to have a word with the gnomes at the bar for giving Visper that coffee.
Oh, it wasn't the gnome.
Well, I thought you
It was
said
the
the gnome was the
tiefling.
one who
No,
was
it was
laughing.
it was the tiefling.
Okay.
She was laughing her ass off.
Okay, I misremembered.
Yep. So you all head back to Niela's Nook, and like I said, it's about midday now. You guys have been. It's starting to slowly get a crowd going. The bartenders are busy just setting up various drinks for the patrons that are coming in. There's a few tables open here on the first floor, but you guys are also more than welcome because you've been here so often. You're more than welcome to be up on the second floor.
The new thing for Melly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually gonna go up to the bar and just try to get one of their attentions.
Yeah, sure. As you walk up to the bar, you see that the elven male, he catches your eye, and then as soon as he finishes setting up a tray of drinks, he slides on over and greets you. Yes, how can I help you today?
I had a weird question. I've
Nothing
been
weird
here for a
in Niela's
couple.
Nook.
I've been here for a couple weeks now. Correct?
Um,
I don't
he
remember
has to, like,
exactly how long.
and he's like looking you over real fast, kind of giving you a once over. Yes, I do believe that you've been with us for a few weeks now, at least, prior to the migration, at the very least.
Right. Do you remember how I got here?
Yes. A couple of Skaraudin who were out on patrol happened to find you laying down in the desert, and they brought you here.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know if it was like weird stuff that brought me here or what, but good to know.
Absolutely.
And then can I get like 3 steaks?
Steaks, and like he holds out like his hands, like like in that small circular shape of like that, or
Like,
you're not
maybe
going
not
vampire
steaks.
hunting, are you?
No.
Meat.
Okay, miscommunication. Meat.
Oh,
Meat.
okay. Certainly, we'll get that settled for you.
Thank you very much, and she'll put down 2 gold pieces. Having no
Pleasure
idea
doing
how the
business.
economy works here for that, but
Yep. He goes, oh, wonderful, a tip, and then he just slides out of the way.
cool. All right, goes find the table for the group.
Where do you guys see?
I'm following everybody else.
Same.
I mean, yeah, there's just seating up here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly so. The second floor is usually reserved for excess grouping, but generally speaking, unless there's a special event going on, it's usually reserved for business meetings. But because you guys are so frequent here, funnily enough, Frank the Coleopteryx, who's also the same name as the Goblin, knows you guys and kind of lets you get a free pass because you guys often have business with Kassar.
2 people
We
can't
are
have
the
the same
business.
name.
They can if they're
That
my
doesn't
favorite
never
characters.
happen.
No way.
I've
So do
never
you-
in my life met another person with my name.
I don't
I've
think
only
I
met 2 other
have.
people with my name, so it doesn't even matter.
There.
I only met
My-
one person with mine.
my sample size is limited. At any point, do you guys choose to sit here on the first floor? There are a few large tables still remaining, or do you choose to sit in the second floor?
I'm just gonna start heading for the second floor.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
second
I'm
floor
mostly
seems
just
Yeah.
quieter.
excited.
Okay.
We are the business.
Okay.
A little bit of privacy would be nice.
All right, cool. Frank kind of gives you guys a quarter-inch nod of approval, sidesteps away from the stairs, and then as you guys pass by, he goes, "Enjoy your time."
Will do, Frank.
As you guys make your way up, you see the other Coleoptrix at the top of the stairs. He kind of acknowledges you and then steps out of the way, and then you guys can find any empty table, really. There's tables that are a little bit closer to the giant crystal in the center, which provides more lighting, and then there's the ones that are
Oh,
closer to
wait.
Kasar's.
Is there a sending earring in the Lost and Found here?
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, because I left
so-
mine.
So, the Coleoptrix up top, he sits there and goes, I believe Etna has that on hand.
Okay, yeah. I need Visper. Do you want to go get it yourself, or
Sure, I'll go get it myself.
okay? Thank you.
Okay. So Vesper's gonna go to Kasar's office while the rest of you sit down?
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. So where would you guys like? So you guys find a nice little spot that's just next to the railing, so that way you guys have all that ambient light coming from the central crystal, but it's still just out of the way enough where only people who genuinely look up would notice you. But even then, it's sort of just it's just out of the way enough where realistically only the staff would know you're there.
Wonderful.
As you sit
Melly's
down,
gonna
you get that little hologram or that little like hollow projection, that magical projection of the waiter of the elf, and he goes, "What can we get you started to drink?"
Water, please.
Okay, anybody
coffee
else?
for me.
Wonderful. And
Water, I guess.
oh,
and
cool.
another water. Actually, we have someone off.
Right, no problem at all. We'll have those right up for you shortly, and then just disappears.
Yeah, I'm not giving Visper any more coffee.
Probably not a good move. Good lord. That's kind of what started this whole thing, Scorb.
Oh dear.
I didn't give her coffee.
Okay, all right. That's kind of on me. I know, but
You gave her coffee?
well, she was curious about it, and I'm like, oh, it probably won't be that bad. And then the tiefling was like, I'm gonna fuck with him.
Okay.
So it's kind of on the
Anyway.
tiefling, but
Well,
Visper,
No coffee for Visper.
Yeah,
no, never.
Visper,
No,
you
not a Monster
quickly...
Energy, not a coffee. Like no.
She doesn't
And
even get a
Monster Energy
sweet tea.
is just like the blood of a big jerk.
It's just the blood of a behemoth. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not even a sweet tea. Too much sugar. She gets unsweetened tea.
Decaf unsweetened tea.
Visper, you quickly go in and out. You see Etna gives you kind of like a scowl as she slides over the box, and she goes, "Don't lose it again," and then she goes back to work.
Dang, all right. Sheesh.
But you return with the earring in hand, and you sit down with the rest of your friends, who have already had their drinks placed in front of them, and you guys are now just sort of sitting there with your drinks, and Melly has her 3 steaks stacked one on top of the other.
wonderful.
Hey guys, y'all got me my coffee that I wanted? Or
No.
sweet tea?
no.
Water.
What? Water?
Yeah.
No? What happened to my coffee?
No coffee.
You can't do that. I had coffee and it was the best experience ever. Now I need more of it. Please.
Nope. This is how it starts. No, you're not getting any more.
At least the sugar cube.
Don't become me.
Chugs the whole cup.
As she
Don't-
bare hands a steak and just bites into it.
Just she literally doesn't. She just takes the steak by the hand, points it at Visper. Don't become me. The end just kind of flopping about before she tears into it, and then takes a swig of her cup of coffee like a true gruff detective from the 1920s.
Can't they just get a tiny little sip of coffee?
No.
You can't do this to me. It's like me discovering sweet tea, but then you take it away from me. You can't do that. I want my coffee.
A part of me wants to roll for withdrawal.
No, come on, one. She already had a crash.
She already had her crash. That's why I said a part of me wants to roll for withdrawal, but she's already had the crash. So there's nothing to work with.
Can I order coffee?
Please don't.
Or at least my sweet tea? There's nothing wrong with my sweet tea.
You guys have had her drink sweet tea before. There wasn't anything wrong.
And a little side of sugar cubes.
Do you just eat the sugar cubes?
Yes, I've seen her
Yeah,
do it.
I just eat
You
it
don't?
whole.
So wait, you
Who
drank
doesn't
the
eat it whole?
sorry, you drank the coffee and had the sugar cubes separately.
Yes.
It's like putting Mentos in a Coke, man.
Wait, sorry, wait. And you've never had coffee before. Like coffee's really
No,
bitter. Like if you're not used to it, like
What do you think the sugar cube in the mouth is for?
I mean, I don't mind the taste at all. It's actually kind of good, bitter.
all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're gonna be kidnapped in 7 days.
Wait,
7 days.
7 days.
you put it that way. It makes it sound wrong. I mean, I'm not being kidnapped. Kinda.
You don't
I
wish
mean-
to leave and you're being taken against your will. That's kidnapping.
I mean, they can't kidnap if they don't find me.
So is it kidnapping if it's your own
This
parents?
seems like a bad idea, seeing as it has already failed
Yeah.
twice.
Oh man. Don't judge me on my stealth skills. I'm new to this.
Which is probably why we
Zero.
should just attempt to talk our way through this.
Yeah. I mean, it felt once. Second time's a good thing, right? Second attempt.
I don't think that person was
Second
much of a
time's the
talking
charm.
type.
I mean, I can always I mean, it's possible. Maybe I can always talk to the goblins. They seem cool.
I don't think she also will listen to the goblins.
No,
Seems she has
did
the
not-
mind pretty made
But
up about this.
I mean, technically, I am a princess, so technically, I in like the hierarchy, I'm kind of above her a little bit. Kind of.
The king and queen gave her these orders, which are above you. So
I mean, I can always protest against it.
that's what
mean,
you're
I am a
doing, and it's
princess.
not really working.
I mean, we can try. Second time's the charm, right? We failed once, we can do it again.
This isn't gonna end well. On to the second
Where
stage.
am I? Wait, did my sugar cubes ever come yet?
Let me roll for it. Yes, and there's a note on top of them.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Who speaks Undercommon?
That's a great question, actually.
No, I do not.
Nope.
I need to check.
It is
I
not on
have
my
no
list.
idea. I speak Celestial, Common, and Draconic. No, I don't speak Uncommon.
Okay. Then you guys won't be able to know what the note says, but you do get a cute little picture at the end of the note that looks like the drawing of a tiefling with a smile going from ear to ear, and then a peace sign coming from the hands.
Dang, I really want to know what it says. Sucks. I only know 3 languages.
If you all would like, you can attempt to infer the message by rolling an insight check. But I'm
Okay.
setting
Well,
but I'll
I'll
set the
do
DC to
that.
14.
Okay.
Oof, my insight's not doing too well.
So, insight
Today.
check?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
18.
18.
That
Okay.
one.
Let's see what I got.
Ouch.
Oh no, I got a 5.
Hey, this is a better thing to get a nat one on than something important. So,
So
Yeah.
Visper doesn't
Mine is
know.
taking forever to roll.
Yeah, these are taking forever to show up, but I'm trusting you guys. So
20.
wow. Okay. So yeah. Millennia and Squarp, you can infer this is a joke. You don't understand the language, but you can infer the intent based on the image. This is definitely a haha funny joke.
Dang.
I think maybe you're being made fun of, Visper.
That's not fair. They tricked me.
In what manner?
I like the coffee, but I think there was something in the coffee. I'm not sure. I never had it before. Is that how coffee usually tastes? And how it usually, like, what is it? Makes the person act afterwards?
I mean, it's bitter and
different on the person.
Yeah, it kind of just depends.
And
Alright.
honestly, I'm not really willing to experiment with you.
On to the third steak.
The third steak after the
popped-
immediate
These
silence.
are like full steaks, right?
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah. No, these are at least
like the T-bone.
quarter ounce.
Like,
Yeah. These are really good steaks. But
Melly eats
popped,
one
like,
meal
5
a day, and this is what it is.
you're not
High
putting like any
protein.
like sauce on it or anything. Like,
Nope. Nope. It's
it's
rare and it's just soaked in its own juices. That's it.
it's got like that, it's got like
Is
that
it
dry rub
seasoned?
to it. Yeah, it's seasoned. It's got like a
Oh,
dry
yeah.
rub on
Okay,
it.
good.
So like, like it's cooked, but like it's cooked to order. So
Yeah.
I popped like 5 sugar cubes into my mouth.
Oh good lord.
all right.
And I say, guys, this is great. You gotta try some. It's honestly the best. I think this is like one of my favorite meals ever.
It's
feels like a
not.
chipmunk with half her
Sugar
pouch.
cubes.
Yeah, she looks like a chipmunk with only half her cheek full.
No.
Y'all gotta try some. It's really
No.
good.
That's all right.
I
So
finished eating the 5 and I popped
Oh.
5 more into my mouth.
Lord, okay, I'm taking that away.
No!
You're done.
Just slides it over to
No!
you.
You can't do this!
This is
This is clearly a
Uh,
mistake.
She's like, y'all can't trust me with anything.
Well,
After
you
what they
know-
learned, girl, you
I
lucky they
mean,
feed
you
you.
can blame
It's
us,
normal
dear.
for me. I mean, it's normal and whatnot.
So
It's
Give
okay.
me my
if-
sugar cubes back. I won't hesitate.
To do what?
I'll have you know, Visper, if you
I'll
cast a
bite.
leveled spell, you got a 1 and you gotta roll a 1 or you gotta roll a 10 or
It's
higher.
like 1 in 11, right?
Nah, she's got a
Yeah.
1 through 9 chance to roll on that magic surge table.
Wait, can I do
So she's
Chaos
got to
Bolt?
roll. So she has to roll 10 or higher to not get a magic surge.
You can do whatever you want, I think, Lumi. It's just whether or not it's a good idea.
Give me my sugar cubes, or I won't hesitate to use Chaos Bolt.
Jesus.
Addicts. No. You need a break.
No, I don't. Give me my sugar cubes.
How about we don't cast magic here where we're
Yeah,
still
let's-
welcome?
Calm down. bit.
Please.
Let's
Alright.
just all
Can
just
you-
take it easy. Nobody
Can you
needs to
just
die
take at
today.
least one? Just one?
All right,
That's
one
it.
more. That's it.
As you pass me one, I take the plate. I take
You
the
take
entire
the bowl.
plate. I take the entire bowl.
Well, he just kind of rubs her forehead and just goes, "So, if we are gonna go with her, what's the plan?"
I think right now what we need to do is figure out how to convince her parents to let her stay.
That seems
Uh,
really difficult.
It
The
does.
only way that they're possibly able to discuss is probably back in my hometown.
Probably. I actually have an idea that might help. So, hear
Oh.
me out. Hear me out. Your knight commander had mentioned that your education had been lacking, right?
Yes.
So, I
can't
can
speak
think of
the language of her own people. Yes, I would say
I
so.
can- I can think of fewer things more more able to teach than being out in the world. And seeing as we currently have some kind of diplomatic relation with your kingdom, I don't see why you being allowed to at least travel with us for a little while longer couldn't necessarily be excused as an educational excursion.
Oh yes, I didn't even think of that. That
Maybe.
actually work. I think. Hopefully.
Can
It's
I
Sorry.
insight on that?
On what?
On Visper's confidence, I guess? Is it
I'm
well-placed
confident.
confidence?
I'm confident.
Yeah, roll an insight on Visper's confidence, and then Visper,
Dang.
roll a history check.
Alright. Hopefully it's
So
good.
that's a 14 on my
Hopefully
insight.
it's good. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? I got a
Not
4.
very good. Not very good.
Are you
So
kidding me?
here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a bit of a flashback here. Visper, as you are showing sheer bravado in this moment, you get a flashback to the time when you were, I'd say, about 13 years old. So about 3 years past 3 years prior, for you anyways. You asked your parents for something in particular. You couldn't quite remember exactly what it was, but you do recall that you tried to play it off as this would benefit my education, trying to be sly as all Fae are. Your father was very much in line with the idea of, no, this could possibly work. She'll get some real world practical experience. Your mother, however, called your father an idiot because she called you out for the bold face lie that you said. And then that was the end of the
Alright.
flashback. And then your demeanor changes from the flashback where you're just like, this will be great. I'm sure it'll go well. As you pause.
Also ignore the roll I misclicked by mistake.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
I rolled history check 13.
Oh, well, I took the first one you told me, so.
Yeah. And honestly, I like
Well.
the first one.
The flashback does not change. It was just a matter of how much details you remembered from your flashback.
Well,
Now, as for you, Violet, when what you were inciting was how much confidence can you put behind her confidence? Correct? Was that generally what it
Yeah,
was?
kind of.
You were kind of like, oh, this might work, and then she stopped and paused, and then and then you're just like, that's never a good sign.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
I mean, come on, have a little faith in the runaway princess.
Do we have any other suggestions just in case my plan fails? Because I'm
Uh,
practically
Uh,
convinced that it will.
I mean, there's always the hidden library, because there's a lot of like, what is it, books in there. I'm sure there'll be something that can get us out of this sticky situation.
I'm not the best at talking. Let's put it that way.
Pretty good at talking.
Are any of y'all good? Not showing that you're lying.
I generally don't lie.
Also, not great at that.
I'm okay. It's not my specialty.
All right,
I just
I'll
realized
take
that
the
the
okay.
specialist at being the face character isn't here today, and that makes this conversation 10 times more entertaining for me.
Maybe,
Like-
maybe, I can possibly talk to my father about it without my mother being around. That could possibly work. But they're usually
mean-
inseparable, though.
Does your mom like any activities that your dad does not?
Most
well,
of them.
well, Visper, would you like to attempt to roll another history check?
All right, I'll attempt. Hopefully it's good.
We're just gonna learn a lot
please.
about your family via flashbacks at this point, so
Yes,
excited.
it's good. I got a 15.
let the dice decide. Yeah, that's a 15. All right, Visper, you know that your mother and father, they enjoy mostly the same activities, but when it comes to you specifically, they have differing views on how best to approach your education. Your father believes very much in practical experiences, providing optimal, providing you with the ability to think more on your feet, and because that's kind of how he was raised. Your mother, however, was raised with more. She's more book smart than she is street smart, but because she is Fae, she had to balance those two, and she oftentimes struggles, which is why your parents work very well together, where your father can very much react very quickly to situations. Your mother is definitely the brains of the relationship. And in the act, and then in reference to whether or not they have things that they just don't like about each other in terms of activities, it's negligible, because they generally tend to like the same things because they're in love. It's very Morticia and Gomez. They love each other so much that whatever faults that they find in each other, they actually end up loving them more for them than anything that they already
Aw.
naturally love each other for.
Whisper,
Aw.
why did you want
Aw.
to leave? Like,
I
it
didn't
sounds like
want
great
to
parents,
get
honestly.
married. I didn't want to get married.
In 100 years.
I did not know. I overheard the maids talking, and they sounded like that it was going to happen soon.
So, what's the issue now?
I really don't like being like stuck up in the castle.
I imagine that there is a solution to this that we can find. It sounds like we just need to talk to your parents.
They're very overprotective. That's why they sent all these guards. Yippee!
Given your position, I don't exactly blame them.
I
Huh.
mean, I just want to explore the world, you know? After being trapped up in the castle for so long.
16
You're
years for an
16.
elf?
It's a long time for me, okay?
She's 16 in human years. From how I understand her character.
That was something I was gonna ask. I don't suppose any of you like have a point of authority that can give Visper like a leg up in staying here, like getting a writ of like we're going to teach her our ways to better maintain the peace from our kingdoms or some crap like that.
I imagine that somebody I know can help with that.
I don't think it'll. I don't think it. I do have someone. I don't think they'd be great.
See, our
Especially for
plans coming together,
convincing
guys.
parents.
See, it's
Uh,
coming together. We'll just have to go with the flow, you know?
Oh, she did not just say that.
Whisper, are your parents like? Do you know their opinion on like necromancy?
No, I'm just gonna tell you this one outright. You do not. You have no fucking clue.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna give that one to
Why
you
would
outright.
ever come up?
I wouldn't even know. Yeah, I would have no idea.
Cool. Just based on the whole vibe of the Feywilds, I'm gonna guess no. Especially like Spring Court, that's all about life. Like
If it was Winter Court, maybe you'd have a chance, but
That's a whole different thing I need to go on. That's a whole different kind of court etiquette that I can't be fucked with right now.
Right?
I gotta watch Mean Girls 6 times. I gotta fucking I gotta rewatch Glee. I
Oh,
gotta
God,
go.
no.
Can't
Glee.
sit with us. Actually, Megan, I can't sit anywhere. I have hemorrhoids.
That's so fetch.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
I don't think you ever need to watch Glee.
No, I don't
reason.
think so.
I've watched Glee. No. There's specific characters that I need to watch from Glee. It's a character study.
I watched like half a season of Glee and gave up because it was awful.
Oh, I watched
I
I watched
was-
3 seasons.
I was in speech and debate, and that was a big thing that they were watching, and I wanted to be part of it, so fucking I watched all of it.
All of it. God damn.
Bro, when you live in Montana and you're bored out of your wits, you gotta find the best thing you can watch. And since your parents always watched murder mysteries, you got real bored of those real fast. So you had to watch something different. I had Glee, so I had a Netflix account and Glee was on there. So
Fair enough. So
Anyway,
Squarb, I guess talk to whoever you can.
I will see what I can do.
It's the only idea I got.
It's all gonna work out in the end. Don't worry. I'm sure
I
my
am
parents will
very
be very
worried.
understanding.
I wish I
I-
could have your viewpoint.
As do I, because I am very worried.
I'll make sure nothing happened to y'all guys. I'll make sure of it.
I'm not too worried about myself, but
I am worried about the rest of you.
I am fairly worried about myself.
No
I
worry. I'll make sure nothing bad happens to you. And I'll make sure you definitely don't end up in our jail cell.
Oh.
That's not
It's
the
all
most
gonna be
reassuring thing
okay.
anyone has said to me.
It's all
Yeah.
gonna be okay. You just gotta go with the flow, you know? Just chill.
I'm not sure that that'll help us much.
I mean, we already got a half-baked plan. All we need to do is bake the other half, and we're good to go.
I've never heard it put that way.
Neither have I. That's messed up.
I suppose I can't really argue with you right at this moment.
Yeah, you
There's,
see?
there's something truly wrong when there's something truly wrong when the cop has to sit there and be like, "Hold on a second, you might be onto something."
Squarb's just gonna stand up and stretch,
Yeah,
and
as-
looking back at
as-
the rest of the party,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and talk to my commander and see if I can get some kind of connection.
All right.
I'll check in with the rest
Alright.
of you later. That door was
Sound
so perfectly
effects.
timed.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
That was me resetting my closet door, so that actually worked out better than expected. Okay.
Yeah.
We're a high production D&D live play now.
Yeah.
I knew
I
this
am
sound
sound
board.
Yeah, sound effects.
Whoosh.
Now, if only I can get my soundboards to work properly.
Crash.
All right.
With
Zip.
soundboards, we just use all practical effects.
Oh, that's right. We're a
Yeah.
practical effects studio now. Sorry, guys. I gotta go buy some. Gotta go start boiling some spaghetti noodles. My brother. What? No, don't worry about it. All right. Squarb, you are flying back to the Skada Aldine headquarters, where, you know,
Spark's
things
BRB
have.
right now.
Oh, he is BRB.
Yep.
Oh, well, look at that. Ha! In that case, what are you three doing?
Well,
I think I'm gonna poke my head into Etna's and Kassir's office, not Kassir, and be like, "Hey,
Kassir's
so
Kassir's
about that
cousin.
work,
Uh,
Oh yeah.
I might be going away in about a week. I'm not sure how this is gonna work out."
You see Etna, and she is currently in the midst. You see that she has 2 stacks of papers, on opposite ends of her. One of them is nearly gone. The other one is completely stacked up, and it's kind of just going past the top of her hair. And so, but she looks up, and as you look down, you see one of them is completed, and that's the tall stack, and then one of them is to be completed, and that's the small stack.
That's good.
And so she's like, "For a week, where are you going?"
Apparently, I am going to where Visper is from.
She looks at you, dumbfounded, which is
I also have the same dumbfounded look on my face. So we're just both like,
we're going to the
Oh,
Feywild.
Yeah, the Feywild, right?
Maybe. I might explode there, but you know, it's fine.
She looks over to you, Violet, and she goes, "Honey, you won't explode for going into the Feywild. You'll be looked at real funny, but you won't explode."
So yeah, that's I guess happening. We're trying to come up with I don't suppose you would actually be able to help with this. We're trying to come up with a plan to maybe convince Visper's parents to let her like study, quote unquote, here.
Etna takes
Yee.
off her glasses she puts her quill down and takes off her glasses for a moment. And she goes, "So why?" Like she's still genuinely dumb. Why?
Visper. Oh, it's so much. It's so much to explain. Visper's a runaway princess
She
of the
I thought we were
Feywild.
supposed to be stealthy. I thought we were supposed
This
to
is
be
our
stealthy.
informant. Like,
Etna just kind of starts rubbing her eyes. just like
Yeah,
I
no,
can't
honestly,
deal
I
with this right
agree.
now. It's just so much.
Yeah, you don't
Ah.
have to deal with it at all, honestly.
I
No,
was
the
just
boss.
throwing out a
The,
pitch. It's
the boss isn't even here. He's on a business trip.
Oh, actually, could he help? You know what? Never mind. We'll deal with this later.
You
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 don't have to
see
worry about this.
you see Titan, and he's got this he's like I said, he's a very big like half Goliath, half Earth Genasi kind of dude, and he's got like this tiny silver tray of like tea, and he sets it down on the desk where Etna's sitting, and then he goes, "Your tea, Etna." Just
lurch.
thank you. Okay, and she just takes the pot and just starts. She takes the kettle and just sort of like pours herself a cup of tea, and then she puts her glasses back on. Okay, so you're a princess.
Well, honestly, we'll be gone in a week. That's about the extent you need to know. We won't know how long we're gone. We'll tell you when we're back. You don't need to worry about any of the other stuff. It's not going to affect you, really, hopefully. And if it does, we'll tell you later. It doesn't affect you right now.
Right, that didn't answer the question. You're a princess, and she's just looking dead eye at Visper.
Yep, pretty much.
You didn't think you could have told us that when we brought you in? You didn't think that was important?
No. I didn't think that was important at the time.
So I've been harboring a runaway princess this entire time.
I mean, they
Sheltering,
don't
not
know.
harboring.
They
Yeah.
do know. Wait,
I-
sorry. Who's they? As in they don't know. Everybody knows.
Wait.
It's kind of an
Everyone
open
knows?
secret, yeah. Like everybody kind of knows that Visper's run away. Nobody really knows why. Nobody really knows the extent of the details besides you guys. And now Etna's learning this for the first time. She's now getting more details out of you. So she's just like, seriously?
I mean, no one needed to know at the time.
Maybe the people who were protecting you needed to know at the time, huh? And then she just kind of takes like
I
this
mean-
sip from her
I-
tea, like,
I mean, you were giving me shelter, so you're safe. So there's nothing to worry about. There was no need to be. There was no need for me to tell you.
No, honey. I don't think you understand. You see, depending on your circumstances, depends on the extent that we can help you. This is a diplomatic issue now.
Oh, so y'all were. Oh, so you're saying that if I told y'all could have helped me earlier.
We could have done more, but now it seems that you wanted to throw us under a freaking carriage. We have to figure out what to do with the rest of us.
Oh no! Oh no! No! Well, hi, I'm Visper, and I'm a
No. And she
princess.
puts her hand up and she stops you right there. She's like, no. We already know you were found.
Dang. I mean, shoot. Violet,
Alright.
I'm gonna need more training.
I swear to God.
All right, so here's what we can do. We can't help her anymore. She's already lost. That deal is done. But
Are you
two,
sure?
we can help you two.
Are you sure?
And she points to
Help
she points
us.
to Violet and Melly. What do you need?
Dang. That's rude.
I don't know if we need anything from you. It's just we won't be available for like contract.
If you have
I
a
think I'm the
way
person
we
who needs
can
the most
like
help.
get back from the Feywild, that'd be cool.
That's tricky business, kid. That's something that we just do not have reliable means to. Like, we can get you from one Neelisnik to another, but that took years to do.
Okay.
In order to get in order to get a portal up into the Feywild and stabilize it into one spot, you're basically asking me to throw dice into the dark and telling you the results.
But I know a way. You could have asked me.
Well, if that plan falls through, I would like to have, a backup.
What do you mean fall
We know
through?
about the library. That's one way.
Hold
We
on,
need
hold on.
another
Yeah.
way.
What's this about a library?
What do you mean another way?
And now and is now curious. The moment you said library, what's this about a library? And she leans forward a little bit.
Okay, so
Oh, wait.
we're not giving you fucking access to the Feywild for free.
And you said you didn't want to help me.
No.
why am I
You
giving you
you withheld
No,
information,
no.
little missy. This is now with my new clients.
Excuse you? I have you known that I am a princess.
Yeah, we know.
Excuse
Thanks
me?
for telling us late after you've already been caught.
It didn't need to be known at the time.
I beg to differ, honey. So, what's this about a library?
I mean,
No,
Don't
no,
tell him,
no,
don't tell
no,
him,
no.
don't
This
tell him.
is not relevant.
Especially after,
This is
especially
not
after you refuse
relevant.
to help me. You get no information. Either you help me and I'll give you some information, or
She
you
casts
don't,
silence
and I
on
don't
you.
give you any
She
information.
she casts silence on you. You just can't speak now.
What the heck?
Now that she's done talking, we can talk.
Wait, can I write
Adults.
still? I have my
Oh yeah, you can
notepad.
still write. Yeah, you can still write. You just can't verbally say anything.
I write, do not tell her, Violet. Don't say anything.
Well, it's not like I have the information anyway.
yeah, like all we know is
We know it
Um,
exists. We don't know where it is or like how it works.
All right,
yeah.
we'll tell you this. All right, tell you this much. I'll pay you 50 gold up front right now, and then you bring back something of value from that library. I'll pay you another 100 when you get back.
I'm so glad I'm not there right now.
I write
Yeah,
on my
each-
notepad, what about
yeah.
me? I have the information. They don't.
It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's from the Feywild. But we prefer a book.
50 gold's pretty good each.
And then 100.
I write, I'm the one with the information. Y'all can't be making deals like this.
I mean, we're going there. We could just like take the information.
Yeah, we could totally
No!
like just get a book. That's not hard.
Like
I write on my notepad. It's not that easy. I'm the one who has the information. If I can talk, I can tell y'all.
This is the best minute of my life.
yeah, let's take the deal. Let's take the deal.
I write on my notepad. No, what are y'all doing? Y'all making a mistake. Y'all are making a huge mistake. Y'all are gonna get yourselves caught.
So Etna pulls out a small bag of coins, puts it on a small tray, and slides it over to you. Please count it. Make sure it's accurate. 50 gold to each of you.
I continue writing on my notepad in capital letters. Don't do it. It's not gonna end well for y'all. Don't do it.
Oops, already added the 50 gold to my inventory.
Oops, also already added the 50 gold.
You see me stomp in anger.
Also, I reserve the right to return this 50 gold if we are not able to procure the information, like the book.
Oh, no. You keep that 50 gold. That's a forward
Oh.
payment.
Okay,
That's-
well,
Yeah,
thank
the
you.
100 gold
That-
is what you're
Yeah,
losing.
the 100 gold is what you're losing.
All right.
I
Well,
write
this-
in my notepad.
This
what
is what
about
is referred
me?
to as incentive.
Gotcha.
No. I
And then
write
she
in my
looks to
notepad.
you.
What about me?
She looks to you, and then she snaps her
What
fingers.
about me?
Then she snaps her fingers, and this bubble of silence disappears around you. You're lucky I
What
don't
the
send you.
heck?
You're lucky I don't send you to your knight
What?
commander now.
Why did y'all take that deal? It's not that easy as you think. Yes, the library is sometimes not guarded, but it's not that easy. And guess what? My mother and my father count each and every single book. Y'all have sent yourselves on a death trap.
How long does it take for them to do that?
Depends on how big the
Well,
library
there's a
is.
lot.
How big is the
There's a
library?
lot. It's kind of big, but also when they're counting each and every single thing, they have a lot of guards near them,
Okay. How
so they are
long?
heavily
Like,
protected.
how often do they count it? It's not a daily thing.
They count it at the end of each week.
Okay, so if we time this right, then we won't have to worry about that for an entire week, and they're not even going to know who stole it.
Yes, they are.
Ow.
This is like the
They are
best back alley
going
deal
to know.
ever.
You know, even though ah,
If they know, they know.
y'all are going to get caught. Y'all are going to get me in so much trouble, and
Well,
y'all
this
might
is
possibly
if we can even do
die.
this. If it's not going to be safe for us to do this, we're not going to do it. So there's no issue.
It's not. That's why I told y'all not to sign the deal.
It's
The
not.
one who has the literal
They didn't sign
information.
anything. They just
You're
took
a
the
little
money
too
to
used to
attempt.
the Feywild. Like, this is not a like binding contract. The
Yeah.
verbal contract. Like, it was just like
If we're
it's a
there,
back
and
alley
if we
deal. It's
happen
not
to
like
get this, and we happen to get it back in one piece, then we happen to get more money.
Hey, like I said, I prefer a book. Kassar, he just prefers any old information. So any information you can bring back about the Feywild, well, you know how Kassar is. He likes to handsomely reward those who help him out.
yeah.
How do y'all plan on taking the books?
They're books.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're locked.
What?
Yes, it's highly guarded, highly secured. It's literally a hidden library for a reason.
That's why we have you.
Yeah.
I don't receive anything from this deal, mind you. So why
You
should
get
I
you get
help?
150 gold. You're part of this.
I did not agree to this.
See, and that's why she didn't get the 50 gold up front.
I don't have anything. There is no incentive for me to help y'all.
Oh, then don't. Okay. Great.
Y'all just lost money.
No, we got 50 gold.
Yeah.
They got a guaranteed
But y'all
50
lose.
gold. They lose out on a potential 150. They got 50. They started with nothing in this deal. They got money.
Yeah.
That's a net positive.
We came out on top. It's fine.
Y'all aren't listening. Oh my
Whatever.
gosh.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Merchants.
It's
Okay,
not
well.
that simple. Y'all are going to come empty-handed.
That's fine. She
We'll
said
behave
that's fine.
we'll behave
Wait,
ourselves. We
wait.
promise.
Wait, how much gold did y'all get?
We got 50 gold
50.
each.
50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for agreeing to potentially get this. If we don't get it, it's no skin off our backs.
Hey, yo, pass that gold. I'm
No.
in.
Oh,
you
now
mean from
Princess
her,
wants the
okay.
deal, huh?
Yeah.
You want to start wheeling and dealing with the big girls, huh?
Yeah. Pass me that 50 gold.
I'll tell you what, Princess. I'll give you the 50 gold.
Yeah.
But you get a different mission.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
A
So here,
different
it-
mission.
Yeah. So here, I'll give you the 50 gold right now. But you got to accept the mission that I'm going to give you, regardless of what it is.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear.
Wait.
You willing to do that? You willing to play with the big girls?
Make it 100.
I'll make it 75.
Deal.
She
Mallory
slides
just
you.
puts her mouth
She
over
slides you a
her hand in her mouth.
small satchel of 75 gold coins.
Oh, dear.
Yippee. Okay, so what's the deal?
You gotta bring back a piece of jewelry.
Oh
shit.
Oh no! Here, take your 75 gold.
Oh no! The deal has been struck. You accepted the deal.
You okay?
Oh no!
You want to play with
I
the big
thought the
girls?
book
You
was
get big girl
hard.
problems.
I thought the books were hard. Now I gotta do jewelry. Oh
No. You gotta do jewelry. These girls, they just gotta take a book, or at least any
Yeah.
sort of information. That's why
It's
you got paid
the
more.
jewelry's high. It's high guarded every
You're a
day.
princess. I'm sure you've got like a small
24/7.
little box of jewelry just hanging around.
Yeah, from your own personal room. Like,
yeah. What are they
don't
gonna
have to
stop
steal
you
it
from
from the
taking
king
your
and
own
queen.
things?
I'm not asking you for a
Kind
family
of.
heirloom. I'm asking for you something simple, like a ring or something. Something that
Yeah.
nobody will miss.
you don't have to
You got
steal the
this.
crown off their heads.
You got this. Although if we were to
Uh,
steal the crown off their heads, how much would that be? I'm kidding.
no,
I'm
no,
kidding.
no.
Edna
No.
pulls out an abacus and starts doing the math.
Oh,
No, Edna.
That's why you didn't see me bring any jewelry with me.
Yeah, all the more reason.
Yeah. The only thing I have is my flower crown. And that's for a reason. It tracks my location.
It what?
What?
Excuse me? Sorry, I'm not there.
Squarb opens the door. What do you mean it tracks your location?
Not my flower crown, but my jewelry.
Oh, the jewel. Okay.
Fuck.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why I
That was
didn't
scary
bring
for a
any.
second.
Everybody panic.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so dumb as to bring something that tracks my location.
Oh, so you see there's a bit of give and take here. I'll tell you what, princess. I won't give you 100 gold for bringing back a piece of jewelry. I'll double it, because that's a problem for you to solve.
If I bring jewelry that tracks my location,
I gave you that
I'm not the
amulet,
one who's
didn't
going
I?
to be having to. I'm
The amulet
I'm
does
not the one who-
block. It does block
Yeah,
divination magic.
Yeah, that just blocks them from tracking me if I have it on me. But if I give it up, then it's free range.
So why would you ever give up your amulet that I gave you, huh?
Oh, I wouldn't.
Exactly.
I'm talking about the jewelry.
I'm sure Edna has
Mine
a way to
personal
get rid
jewelry.
of the
once
spell on
once Visper gives you the jewelry, they'll be tracking you, thinking you're Visper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'll help her out in the long run, in case things go south with the deal that you guys are gonna try to make.
Yeah.
You see here, princess, when you let
I
the
mean,
big girls
to be
talk,
fair,
you get a deal out
Visper,
of it too.
that's not your problem.
No. Oh yeah, it is. It's not going to be my problem. It's going to be their problem.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Fine, whatever. If
princess,
y'all want to sign yourselves a death wish, go ahead. Be my guest. I'm rich.
that's cute. 75 gold, and she thinks she's rich.
Ah, children.
So, ladies,
Remember when
do
a
we
I
have
mean, to be
$1
fair,
ourselves
she is a princess. Like,
yeah,
family-wise, she is rich.
in culture.
Yeah.
it.
Just not, like, immediately right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Future
Alright.
rich.
All right then. So then, ladies,
Yep,
do we have
Soon
ourselves
I'll
a
be
deal?
ruling a kingdom.
We got a deal.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Can- Sure.
Camera will pan over to the Scotta Aldine, where we see Squarb descending down to enter into the headquarters. What are you doing, Squarb?
Well, first I'm gonna go ahead and see if my CO is free.
Uh, it is still Lee, Officer Lee. Your CO has not been back in the 2 weeks since you had
Yeah.
departed from Killerin. He's kind of gotten used to it now. Like they're no longer demanding a lot from him. The HQ is back in order. Things are good again. You know, after that whole attack that happened almost a month and a half ago, things are back to normal as normal can be. Just now, Lee is the CO. He you see that when you enter his office space, he's got his battle axe hanging on the wall, and then he's got like a stack of papers just all over him. But he seems to be he seems to hit his stride finally, and he looks up. Featherfowl, how can I help you?
Lee, how's it going? I have a very odd request.
He looks up and puts the quill down. Speak freely.
My investment along my investigation, we've picked up a stray princess. So the long and short version is that the princess of the Spring Court ran away, is here, and is now kind of my charge. They've come back demanding that she return home. She doesn't wish to return. I have an idea on how to diplomatically resolve this, but I'd need some kind of writ or something to provide credence to my comment to my idea.
Please
Lee-
have a heart attack.
Lee is dumbfounded. He's sort of
So am
just
I.
sitting there. He's kind of like absorbing all of that at once. He then
I know
leans
it's a lot.
forward.
I only just learned all of this morning.
He leans forward. He steeples his paws together and puts them over his mouth. Okay.
That's not good.
What sort of sandstorm did you fly through before you came and told me all this?
A rather rough one, I'll admit.
Phew. Okay, this is he gets up and starts pacing. He pushes in his chair and he starts pacing. This is a lot, Featherfowl, like a lot.
Oh, I'm aware.
Oh boy.
I do
Our-
need to let
our-
you know. I need to let you know. I didn't, but almost accidentally got into an altercation with the captain of the Spring Court's Royal Guard who'd been sent to grab her because I didn't know who she was.
He
We didn't
pauses.
fight. We didn't fight. Nothing happened. But she's not pleased with me, and I would like the opportunity to fix this.
He pauses, looks over at you. You have never seen this man as pale as he is in that one moment.
Oh
that you told him that you almost had an altercation. Remember, he is a very boisterous, a very proud, a very jovial individual. But you telling him you almost had a diplomatic altercation made this bold, suntanned lion go stark white for a fraction of a minute.
I
Okay,
did bring
okay.
this to you as soon as I was made aware of all of the information, which I've
Okay.
just laid out.
Okay, we can recover from this. This is
Yes, I
Okay.
fully believe that we can.
okay.
The
so-
princess
good.
wishes to stay here, and I think that we can actually help the Fey Kingdom while still keeping her here. She's become important to my investigation, and it is my understanding that her father is open to the concept of her doing extracurricular learning via living outside of the Fey realm. So I'm
Okay.
looking for some kind of writ to present to him to indicate that while she is traveling with me, we will be educating her in the ways of our world so that future diplomacy goes better.
Okay, that's Okay, so here's
It's an
here's the-
idea.
It's an idea. It's an idea. We're brainstorming. We're brainstorming. This is fine. We can. Oh, why did she leave me with all this? Okay, it's fine. You're the
For
commanding
what it's
officer
worth,
now.
Lee, you've been doing a wonderful job so far, and I really appreciate everything that you've done to get things fixed up and put back the way they were.
Lee has his back turned to you, and you can tell that he's just like he's doing breathing exercises. You see his one paw going like up and down, just like opening from the top and then closing down to represent his breathing. Just into the nose, out to the mouth, into the nostrils, out to the mouth. Okay, you got this. You got this. It's fine. You got this, right? He's looking for you.
I
He's
believe in
helping
you, sir.
out. Okay. And then he just you hear this loud like thud as he like beats his chest with his paw and he turns around. All right, Featherfell, we can work this out. And you just see he's putting on a brave face in the face of sheer like interplanar adversity. He's putting on the bravest face this man can put on right now.
Yep.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. How long do you have before you leave?
1 week.
Doable. This is doable. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to get you an audience with the Merchant Prince of Blasvitan.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
Because we, as the Skara Audin, do not have the authority to run something like this without the Merchant Prince knowing, without
Oh,
the
gosh.
entire council of princes knowing.
You know what? No, I understand where you're coming from, sir. I absolutely agree. Get the right authorities involved, and we'll take care of it from there.
Right. Okay, so here's the thing. If we are going to make you the diplomatic envoy of Abu Kanasta, you're
Um,
gonna need some new gear.
Well, I suppose I did volunteer for the job, sir.
Okay, alright, so cool. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay, okay.
Squarb
Paper,
is
I
now as pale as Lee is.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, paper. I need
I have some here, sir.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, cool.
I also
Okay.
offer him a pen.
Wonderful. He lost his quill in the heat of the passion. So, all right. Okay. And he just begins furiously writing, this long letter. It takes him somewhere in the ballpark. It feels like an hour for both you and him, but it's realistically 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And as he puts as he hands you back the pen, he looks it over, reads it out, reads it. He kind of like under his breath, he kind of reads it out to himself. This will have to do. Okay. He folds it up in thirds, puts it in an envelope, takes the little he has a little sconce or whatever. He's got like this little burner that has a small thing of wax, and then he pours a little dollop of the wax on, pulls out a stamp and presses it down, and then as he releases it, it's the symbol of the Skara Audin. And he goes,
Nice.
okay. Whew. Okay, this is a lot. Okay, just gotta. All right. And he hands you the letter. Take this to the Royal Library. They'll get you set up, and then we can go from there.
Understood.
As far as kitting you out with something better, we don't have a lot, but I think I have some options for you. If you'll follow me.
I
And
will
he,
absolutely do so.
And he grabs his battle axe and he slings it across his shoulder, and he just like. And then he looks at you, not as a commanding officer, but as a friend, and he puts his hand on your shoulder. Squarb,
Yes, sir.
how deep are we?
If I'm honest with you, sir, I don't know. There is so much going on. You're up to date with everything that happened with the artifacts, right? Because we've got that, we've got this, we've got the missing persons case I'm working right now. There is so much on my plate. I frankly do not know where we're at.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do, and he just opens the door, and then he's gonna walk with you to the armory. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to divvy up your cases for the time being, so that way you can focus solely on this one. All right.
Understood.
I need you fully on this one. I know it's important for the other cases, but right now I can divvy up the tasks to the other people. I can make Manos and Persephone take care of that. That'll be fine. We'll be fine.
I trust them to take care of at least the missing persons case.
Absolutely. I trust them too. Okay, so we'll take care of that. We'll have we can have Coulson working on a different case, and then we can go from there. Okay, so you guys are just kind of having this like back and forth talking shop, trying to figure out how best to divvy up your position or to divvy up your cases while he is scrambling this brain of his to figure out what's the best course of action outside of just giving you this letter to go to the Royal Library. Okay. And then you see these two Skara Aldine guards. They have these spears and spears, shields, at the ready, and then you see them stand up at attention as Lee walks forward. Open her up, and then they take their spears, place it onto there's a curve where at the top of the shield where they use it to steady the spear, and then they place it into these sockets that were right behind them, and then they turn their spears as if they're keys, and then
Nice.
the vault door just begins to slowly slide down like one of those puzzle doors from Skyrim.
Well, that's really cool.
As you step in, this is a sandstone room that's been reinforced with wooden pillars and like frameworks, and there's like bits of, and then it's been reinforced even further with bits of metal to kind of give it this nice sturdy, like this is a vault, this is less of an armory, more of a vault.
Right.
And he walks you over and he goes, you're more of a sword guy, right? I've seen you practicing out in the field.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, so he walks you over to this wall that's just dedicated to every kind of sword you can imagine. So you got a short sword, long swords, scimitars, great swords, every kind of sword there, rapiers, things of that nature. And he goes, okay. I can give you one of these, but I really think you should probably take one of these two. And he pulls off on the wall a long sword that that looks like it's wrapped around with like a bandage, and it kind of trails off.
Mhm.
And its scabbard has the symbol of the Skara Aldine on it, and then it sort of has this nice gold accent at the tip where the blade would rest, but it is, in all intents and purposes, it is a leather sheath. And he places it down, and then he grabs another sword, and this one is also another long sword, but it doesn't have a sheath.
Mhm.
But he places it down. It has an ornate hilt or it has an ornate pommel in the shape of what looks to be a like the head of a key, right?
Mhm.
And then the handguard has the shape of what looks to be half opened manacles where the blade, think of like the Sword of Thundera in that aspect, where like the manacles form that nice little like curve on the handle.
Yeah.
And then it's just a straight steel blade. Okay, so
While he's describing those to me, I'm gonna grab my Corpse Slayer longsword and kind of unstrap it and prepare to return it.
oh yes, thank
'Cause-
you.
That belongs to these guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so let me grab the sister item of this sword as he points to the of that ornate sword that I told you about, and he walks over to the section with all the shields, and he reaches over and he pulls off this rather large shield that to him it doesn't really seem all that heavy. You can kind of estimate it that it's probably not as heavy as you think. You could definitely fly with it by the looks of it.
Oh, that's
Um,
good.
Yeah, so he places it down and he sets it just right on top of it. And you notice that the shield is intricately layered. It's got like, so it has a center like pillar, right, that cuts right down the middle, and then it looks like it drops down and has these, and the two plates that represent that extend out to create the sides of the shield seem to be segmented, almost as if they're meant to retract at some point. And he goes, okay. And then, now, this is really cool, but just watch this. He slides the sword in a socket that's at the top of the shield, and as the sword locks into place, the shield retracts into to form a sheath.
Interesting.
Okay, so we have two really cool swords here. This one, and he points to the first one, is called the Marauder's Storm. And we removed the curse from it after we obtained it from it was a very dark time back then, before we are what we are today. This was back when the Skara Aldin was no less than a band of mercenaries who just happened to get paid a lot. This was from one of the dark times, and so but it's dormant now. Like I said, we've purged the curse from it, and it's now appearing to be in a dormant state. So, but I think you would be able to awaken it over time. And then he pads over to the other sword and the shield, and he goes, "This is called Lock and Key. These are two weapons that only work when together. But I hear they have a suite of abilities that are kind of interesting, but I know nothing more than that. I should note that both of these items, well, all three if you count the shield, they do have some sort of sentience to them. It must be from the years of being in the Skara Aldin and then just sort of absorbing whatever personalities that they happen to attribute. But please, if you would like, you can examine them. You can try them out however you'd like. We got a training dummy over there, and he just points behind him, and there's just this large, like, open space where you can just practice with the weapons of your choice to get a feel for things.
Okay. Well, I think first what Squarb is going to do, because he mentioned that they have some kind of sentience, is he'll just kind of sit and try to connect with one of them. We'll do Lock and Key first and see if they like Squarb.
Okay. So I will say, since okay, so we'll go with this. So you reach out to Lock and Key, and then you hear a voice telepathically communicate with you. Ah, you, young sir. What is your
Yes?
name?
My name is Squarb Featherfowl. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Might I
I wanna
have your
ask-
name?
I want to ask, are you saying this out loud, or are you saying this in your head?
Both.
Okay. And then you see you see Officer Lee, and he's like, "Oh, right, he's talking." Okay, I'm a step back. Give you guys some time. But I'll be right over here. And he's gonna walk over, and he's gonna look over at the battle axes. So you said your name was Squarb Featherfowl?
Yes.
A mighty name, worthy to wield one known as Locke.
And your compatriot?
Ah, yes. And you see that the sword and the shield begin to, like, wobble a little bit. The one sleeping here is known as Key. Well, they're tired right now, so you'll have to forgive them.
Right.
But when they awaken, that is when things will truly become exciting for us.
So, once the introductions are done, Squarb's gonna spend a little bit just kind of explaining what his quest is to Locke. So that, and once he's done with all of that, is that something that you would be okay helping me with?
Ah, to help a fair maiden in her quest for freedom. You have a kind soul, Featherfowl, a kind soul. Key and I would be very happy to assist you. Question: how do you feel about killing?
I do not enjoy the act of. I only do so when it is absolutely necessary.
By Jove, we found someone worthy.
Truly?
You see, Key and I, we are not privy to murder, senseless killing. We have a strong sense of allowing those who wish to seek redemption to seek it out. We are not
Yes,
mere weapons, we are tools to protect.
Precisely. I may not believe in certain aspects of life. There are, for example, certain rules that may get in someone's way. However, I think that as long as you're doing the right thing and helping others, that's good enough.
Wonderful, wonderful. And now, tell me, how are you in a hunt? Are you one who is dedicated to pursuing your goal through to the end?
I would say so, yes. I may not be exquisite in hunting in the traditional sense, but if you've been with this outfit for a while, you've seen the kind of people that work here, that live here. I don't wish to overestimate myself, but I would say that I am among the most fervent of investigators in this particular outfit.
I see, I see. Well, and would you say you'd be willing to put yourself in the line of fire to protect those who you seem as your charge?
Why would I stop doing so now?
Well then, it looks like Lock and Key has found a worthy wielder indeed.
My commander mentioned that you have abilities that would prove useful in this particular quest of mine. In order for us to work together to the best of our capabilities, could you tell me what it is you're actually able to do?
To put it simply, I am able to bind a target of your choosing when we strike them down, thus allowing us to capture them alive should the need arise. My friend Key here is able to provide you with ample security while also empowering me should the time call for it. We also, when together, are able to open all sorts of doors and keep them locked tight, just in case things get a little dicey.
It sounds to me as though I may have made a new friend. I would gladly accept your assistance if you're willing to provide it.
You need only wield us for the right cause, and we shall do our best to provide you with the aid you seek, Younks Featherfowl.
At this point, I'll go ahead and call the commander back into the room and let him know that Locke and Key have agreed to come with me.
Ah, I see. Wonderful. And he puts Marauder's Storm back on the shelf, and then he gives it a light pat. Next time, buddy. All right. All right. So go ahead and Squarb, in your inventory, go ahead and find. They're literally spelled lock and key as two separate items. They're magic items.
Yeah.
So go ahead and find those items and then add them to your inventory, and then go ahead and attune yourself to them.
I will. I don't know how many attunement slots I have left. I've got the Ring of Protection right now.
You should have
I've got two more.
attunements.
Perfect.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay. Attunement. Choose an item.
Wish my sword could talk.
Hush. I gave you a very
I know.
powerful Odachi.
I know.
you have a walking armory, an Odachi blessed by a dragon, and a talking sword and shield, and a princess whose chaotic nature is so overwhelming. I'm shocked she hasn't blown herself up yet.
Fine.
Okay, so
Also, is this a charge blade from like Monster Hunter? Like,
Oh, I absolutely inspired it to be a charge blade. Yes.
While holding this shield, you gain a bonus to AC equal to the number
Hello,
of
it is
charges.
I, the Charge Blade main.
It is currently holding. Oh, it says 3 charges in it, but it says it starts with 0.
Mm-hmm. It can hold up to 3 charges.
On a 1 to 2, the charge. Okay. When you suffer damage, you can use react. Oh, that's cool. Very interesting. I'll have to actually read this more later.
Yes, it's a lot. I
Yeah.
designed these. Both of them have a lot to them, but they work in tandem for a reason.
Right. So what's next, Commander?
Well, now that we've kitted you out with an appropriate weapon and apparently a new shield, all that's left is for you to get your group together and meet the prince.
All right. So
Oh.
when he mentions that, I'm gonna go ahead and activate the sending earring.
Okay.
My friends, I have just acquired us an audience with one of the merchant princes. Meet me at place, and
The
we
Royal
shall.
Library.
Right, thank you. Meet me at the Royal Library, and we'll deliver our letter and go have our audience.
Oh?
Dress nicely.
Oh yes, dress nicely, please.
Oh no.
At which point I'll look over at him and say, I don't know if my dress uniforms are clean.
We'll fit you out with something more becoming.
I appreciate it, Commander. Thank you.
Yes. Go ahead and And he pulls out a business card. Go to this address and get fitted out.
Understood.
Bring your friends
I'll
along.
I'll get right to it. I'll activate the sending earring again and let them know that we can go to this location on the business card to get dressed up appropriately to meet the merchant prince.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's just staring blankly at Vesper and Violet and having a
Oh.
sending earring.
That reminds me, I apologize.
guys-
Commander, before, did I mention that we had met a new compatriot who's also helping in our current issue?
I see. I'll requisition you another earring.
Thank you.
You will have that in your inventory before as you hand it over to
Yeah.
to Millie. So when you guys
Okay.
so you guys all arrive at it's a boutique. Let's be honest. It's just it's an Abukanastan boutique, called the Shimmering Sands. When you enter it, you see this you see these 2 gnomes. They are currently in the midst of working on a dress. They're trying to just stitch up the last bits, and they look over. Welcome to the Shimmering Sands. How can we assist you fine customers today? Ah, I see we have a member of the Skara Aldin. And then he gives a very exaggerated bow. Thank you for your services.
There's no need for that. We come seeking the appropriate finery for an audience with the merchant prince.
You've gained an audience with the prince.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunate indeed, but we shall make sure that you dress your best. Now then, please. And you see that the female gnome, she's already hopped off of her little stepping stool and has unfurled the curtain in the back. Please, step inside our workshop.
Two characters that do not like dressing nice.
Yeah.
Squarb will go ahead and
Alright.
step right up.
As you guys
I will
step
as well.
into the workshop, that is where we're going to end today. So that way we can give you guys time to design your own outfits.
Oh,
Um,
wonderful.
What?
You guys get to decide how you dress for your audience with the Merchant Prince of Plasvatan next week.
Oh boy.
Oh, very cool.
So
Cool.
take the time. So take this week,
I-
you guys, to come up with some descriptions or whatever, and just do your best, and then we'll see where it goes. I'm excited.
Fair
I'll
enough.
probably just draw it.
You can also
I
draw
unfortunately
it.
do
Yeah,
not have any artistic talent,
Yeah.
so I'll just be describing.
all my artistic
Yeah,
talent
I'll
is
be
through my
drawing
words.
mine. I'm better at drawing than all that writing descriptions.
No prob. Alrighty, but that's going to be it
Wow.
from us tonight, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us again for another episode of Sand and Shadow. Hopefully, we'll be back next week with some really fabulous outfits in the meantime. Stay safe,
Ooh.
be good to each other, get something to eat, get something to drink, do some stretches, because I know I need to do some, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Stay safe, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.